G'day, my name is Brian from Beijing Tech. In late 2020, Dell launched this Dell speakerphone. This is the MH3021P. It's also a multi-port and it did extremely well. Now, being a multi-port, it actually has two USB Type A ports, a USB Type C, and also a HDMI port. Now, this is connected by a USB Type C port, and you can see that it has got a bit of the cable, and it's got nice that you can round it up and have it nicely neat to storage. So that's fantastic. Now, fast forward to 2022, Dell has now released the upgrade of it, which is the Dell SP3022. Now, this is not a multi-port, it's just concentrating on a speakerphone, which is kind of nice because they took a bit of comments from the MH3021P and improved this one here. Now you can see the size difference is this, of course, has bigger drivers, which means it has better sounds and much more bassier. It's probably one of the things that a lot of people wanted to see improve, and that's what this is. Not only that, it also has a massive improvement in the noise cancelling, and we're going to explore that a little bit later in the video. And of course, this is a longer cable as well. So you can see we've got a storage component at the back here, which is nice to store. And it's got around about a 95 centimeter length in cable. As you saw before, that was a little bit shorter. That's about 60 length. This is about 95 length, which is good. And not only that, it's also a USB Type A cable and has the adapter for USB Type C that's built into it, which is absolutely fantastic to see that they're actually doing it. Now, again, it's nice to see the storage here, so you can pretty much go to the length that you need and have it nicely neat connected to your computer. I actually did test out the volume, the maximum peak volume of this speakerphone, and it managed to measure in at a peak of 91.8 decibels, which is really much louder than the previous one. It's got a lot more bass. It's actually quite a nice, good clarity bass. It's not like really thumping bass, but it's got very nice clarity bass is what I would call it. And it's quite balanced between the mids and highs. This is a demonstration of the AI intelligence noise cancelling from the speakerphone SP3022. Now I'm recording the audio directly from this microphone from the speakerphone, so hopefully hear the volume difference as I move this speakerphone away, and also the noise should hopefully get louder as I come closer. Now I'm not trying to distort the microphone, I'm sorry if I am doing. Now I'm just going to pop this speakerphone on the table here as it's noise. Now I am in quite a noisy ambient noise and noisy environment at the moment. I've got a couple of computers stress testing at the moment, so they're quite loud because the fans are blowing like crazy. And I've also got the kids at the background making a bit of noise because it is school holidays, unfortunately, at the moment. I wouldn't say unfortunate, but it is quite a noisy environment. It's not great for a video conference in this sort of environment that I am in. Now, I am going to bring in the Dell Peripheral Manager. And as you can see in the Dell Peripheral Manager, in the audio settings, we've got the noise cancelling currently turned on. Now I'm going to turn the noise cancelling off and continue talking, so you can hear the ambient noise, the fans. Hopefully you could hear that, and also maybe hear the sound of the kids at the background playing. I think the Paper Seas of Rock or something like that, but you actually hear them, and hopefully it comes on. Now I'm going to turn this back on, the noise cancelling, and hopefully this should improve the audio here. Now definitely going to be good for video conferencing, so I'm going to turn this now off again, so hopefully hear the background again on what it sounds like without the noise cancelling. And I'm going to turn this right back on now. Please tell me what you think of the noise cancelling in the comments below. I'm very interested, but at the moment I know it's pretty amazing. I'm going to demonstrate the speakerphone's microphone's ability to capture audio over distance. Now this speakerphone is used more for video conferencing, so we'll focus on speech. Now, I'm currently in a video conferencing with one of my other computers, which is the Mac, which I'm going to walk around with in a moment, and also have it connected to the desktop computer. Now, the speakerphone is connected to the desktop computer, and I will just show you that right now, and you'll hopefully see this currently connected there, and hopefully you'll actually hear me a little bit louder as I move this away from you. Now, I am going to put some headphones on, so I can actually hear as I walk away from the speakerphone, and you hopefully see the distance there on how it goes. So here we go. We'll go for a little bit more, and you'll see the speakerphone right down here. Now, I do have a computer here connected at the moment, which is testing at the moment. So it's actually got a bit of ambient noise, quite high up around about 48 degrees Celsius. But hopefully, as I walk past it, Yeah, and we have a look down there. This here is a big problem what I would say about 60 meters. I'm just going to look towards back to my phone here. So we'll have a look at the studio setup. And you'll see, I would say that's about 6 meters. So if you are in a video conferencing room or a room, office room, that is about, what I would say about 8 by 8 meters, you'll probably still be absolutely fine to capture all the people in that room. And even if it's a noise environment, as I said, this has amazing noise cancelling software. It's just amazing. So hopefully this will give you a bit of demonstration on its ability to capture audio over distance. This is an audio quality sample comparison between the MH3021P versus the SP3022. I do have the SP3022 set to a default EQ, and I am set the volume to 80%. Now we'll be testing on the same song, and we will also switch between the two. So we'll start it off. We're going to quickly explore the Dell Peripheral Manager. Now, looking on the right-hand side here, if you hover over the different video conferencing software, it tells you which buttons are available for which particular video conferencing software. It's pretty neat. On the left-hand side, we've got the speaker presets. Now, it's not set to default. There is one for enhancing speech and one for bass boost, which is in music, and then treble boost as well. And we'll leave it there, but they do make quite a bit of a difference in the EQ. Now, looking at each EQ, you can set the different parts manually if you want, and also there's the noise cancelling, turn on and off, and of course the voice adjustment as well too. Now, so let's just keep going a little bit down here, and you got the microphone mute button. We can turn that sound to indicate it's on or off. There'll be one of the things I like to suggest for Dell is actually have another configurations for each button that you can actually configure. If you want to actually change that, especially these two buttons here, it'd be nice if we can actually change these two buttons to other things. For example, for this one, this Teams button, maybe we want to launch a particular software instead. That would be nice if we can actually configure these two buttons. Maybe a suggestion for improvements is maybe we'd like to see some added 2 USB type A ports to this speakerphone. Now, the reason why I want to say that is because it'd be nice if we can plug the keyboard and mouse to this. If you're doing more for a hot swapping sort of video conferencing room environment, that would be fantastic. I think that will be added extra value to it, and it shouldn't add any more cost to it. When I was testing out the speakerphone, I did not know the price of the speakerphone. And after seeing the results of my tests, in my head, I was valuing this particular product anywhere between $200 to $250. And when I checked the Dell website, I saw this was retailing for $150. I was pretty mind blown by what this price was. You can probably get a little bit cheaper if you hunt around. And could I recommend it? Definitely yes. This is a great product, especially even in a small and medium-sized video conferencing room. This has the ability to capture the audio as well as reproduce the sound, and it has a very decent sounding quality as well too. Now, I hope you find this video informative or enjoyed it. And if you even to support my channel, smash that like button for me. It does help me out. And if you hadn't done already, subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button on the bottom right screen. And also have membership as well if you want to support me a little bit more by hitting that join button as well. And of course, as always, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.